Ba-da-bum-bum.
Storm.
Ba-da-bum-bum. Bum. Ba-da-bum-bum.
Souls.
Ba-da-bum-bum. Bum. Ba-da-bum-bum.
Dragon.
Ba-da-bum-bum. Bum. Ba-da-bum-bum.
Roll. Dadventurous.
Welcome to Dadventurous.
Dadventurous, yes.
Hello everyone. I'm the daughter.
And I am the dad, and this time the rules have swapped.
I shall be the dungeon master for this campaign.
I'm very excited, by the way.
Oh, so why thank you. As dungeon master, it's my job to tell you what's happening in the world around you and rolling dice for monsters
That's
and
true.
NPCs. This time, the dad is playing the hero. This campaign is going to be a little bit different than our previous
We are
one.
not in the world of Elsewhere.
No, we are doing a pre-written module called Dragons of Stormwreck Isle.
Yep.
It's written by Wizards of the Coast.
I'm excited because we've been talking about this for a while. This is a long time coming.
I'm excited too
Are you?
to be my first foray into DM on the podcast.
Yeah, and in long form, you've only really done one-shots for the
Yeah.
most part. Which, if
Long-form-ish
you guys are
campaign.
listeners, you may have heard the Christmas one-shot that you did a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
But this
More
is
than a year
different.
ago.
That's true. I'm excited because I have made a quite ridiculous character based on the provided character sheets that they have, and I'm excited to share it with you and everyone.
We zoom in.
Oh,
if
we're
you-
starting?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Are you ready?
No. Real quick, I just wanted to say welcome back to a new season.
Oh, yeah. This is a new
Because
season.
This is new season. This is going to be the story for a little while. We may go back to Kia, Flibbit, and those guys, characters you liked, but this is the plan for a while to switch
Are you
things up a
implying they
little
won't
bit.
like your character?
We'll see. We'll look in the comments later. But thank you, everyone who's been enjoying the show, sending us comments.
Thank you for listening.
I think that's everything. So thanks, everyone, for listening. Thank you for joining us for Campaign 2. And now we can begin.
We zoom in
Phew.
on a ship at sea.
Oh,
We particularly zoom in as the wind begins to pick up on a elf and an owl on the deck of the ship. Can you please describe your character?
the wind picks up so hard in my face, and I try to turn to look towards the horizon, but it's the wrong direction of wind. The hair starts whipping across my face, and I'm going like, all right, we're going to spitball a couple voices here. We got heroic nonsense superhero. Hello, it is I, hero of the forest. So that's one. We can do that. We can also do, hello, I'm bad British accent wood elf. Or we could go with, I kept
gonna do
thinking,
French.
I was thinking French maybe. Oh, we were. Oh, yes, it is I, wood elf fighter man. That's terrible. Or we could also do like Midwest Canadian. Oh, hey there, it's me, the wood elf fighter. This is my pet owl. He's so fat and chubby. What do you think?
I don't know. The Midwest Canadian.
I was thinking Midwest Canadian or overly heroic. Should we roll for it?
We should roll for it. D4?
No, it's
Or-
D20.
Oh, it was a D20.
10 and up is one.
10 and up is heroic,
Okay,
and
I'll roll
down is Canadian.
Canadian. It is overly heroic.
Nice.
Is the thought.
All
All
right.
right. And so I'm standing there on the ship.
Yes.
The wind whipping in my face.
The wrong direction.
The wrong direction. I'm spitting it out. I turn, and my hair is, I think it's like blonde / with some, almost like bleached blonde and with some sandiness color in it. Very like, should this guy be really well kept for?
Sure.
Very brushed, very nice looking.
But it's being so messed
Currently
up by
being
the wind.
blown, yes. So he pulls it back into like a little half pony on top of his head, and he turns towards his owl friend, and he says, Alfred, we're on our journey now. Out to sea, the wind guiding us towards our destiny. What say you? And Alfred, of course, says, oh. And
I was gonna be like a really bass owl. This is great.
oh. I'm just making it up. And my character is, of course, Ellen Hobrindel Glissendier.
I've had to memorize that, so I will remember.
Yep. But
For the most part.
luckily for everybody, and this is almost a little nod towards your Peril and Pinebrook character, he goes by his nickname, which is Hob.
Nice.
Hob is standing there, his hands on the rail, looking out to sea. A spear strapped to his back, kind of like nicely carved, or not carved, etched leather armor
Nice.
with like leaves and vines on it, and a ridiculously beautiful embroidered cloak that has no right to be on any sort of adventurer or anything like that.
Nice. This is amazing. Well, Hob, your journey has been smooth sailing so far.
Nice.
You left.
I mean, nice.
You left the bustling port of Neverwinter a few days ago.
Okay.
Heading for an island with the foreboding name, if you may call it that, of Stormwreck Isle.
Stormwreck.
You seek guidance on your path to become an adventurer,
It's true.
even with an extremely embroidered cloak. And have heard of a place called Dragon's Rest on the island that might be able to help. However, today, you awoke to a blood-red sunrise,
Oh,
and dark clouds overhead threaten a violent storm.
I believe, what is it? Red sky in the morning. Sailors enjoy bacon, I believe. Is that it, Alfred? Oh. No, you're right. That must not be it.
Can you understand Alfred?
There's a bond.
All right. I like it. The wind picks up, and the first lightning bolt flashes across the sky.
Oh, no.
Next to you, something strange, slightly slimy, and very scaly hauls itself up onto the deck of the ship.
Just right next to me?
Yeah, right next to you. And it says,
Alfred, run! And I run.
it looks at you for a second. These waters belong to the Scaled Queen. I'm here to collect her tribute. What? Where are you?
I'm looking around. I'm looking around for the captain. I'm looking around for the crew.
The captain just was at the wheel and is just staring in fear at
So he
the
doesn't know this.
strange fishy creature.
Okay, so this is new to him, too?
Yes.
I say, are you going to pay the tribute, or what are we doing here, Captain?
The captain is just like, Jerry, you take the reel.
Jerry!
And he goes down and still stays on the other side of the ship from the fishy creature and says, what do you want?
And I get really close behind him and I say, yes, I'll stand guard back here, just in case. Alfred comes and lands on my head.
Nice.
And I stand completely normally, hands on my hips, very heroic.
Your cape billows in the breeze, the
Wonderful.
wrong direction. 400 gold.
Oh,
Gold.
I was about to say years. I thought we were going to get a story.
No stories or goods. 400 gold coins or goods. The Scaled Queen demands it.
Captain, if you might, could we have a sidebar? I say to the monster. Can we on the side? Is that okay?
It
Just a
just
quick aside.
tilts its
All right,
head.
Captain, come here. And I pull the captain aside. Now look, I spent everything I had on this adventure, and I only have 4 gold. That's not true. I have way more gold than that. I only have 4 gold. Alfred over there, no gold. He's an owl.
The captain just looks at you, says, well, I would have imagined that was okay.
So, how do you want to handle all of that? And I point towards the creature over yonder.
It's weird, would look kind of like a mermaid,
Okay.
but more fishy. If you would like a mermaid, but the fish comes up into the human
Top
part.
half fish.
Yeah, like it's like a mermaid, but more fishy, basically.
Okay, I see.
And it's just blinking at you.
Okay.
The captain says, "We have, goods, 400 worth of goods in the hold, but, well, I really don't want to give that away."
Have you heard of this scaled queen before? She sounds dangerous.
Fishy creature pipes up from the other side of the ship.
She is my queen. And you are correct. She is dangerous. Very dangerous.
Would you consider her evil?
I don't understand the question.
That is worth a shot.
So yes, there are 400 gold worth of goods in the hold of the ship.
I pat the captain on the shoulder and I say, "Leave it to me. I have a plan." And I want to walk over to the marrow. And I want to pull out 4 gold coins. And I want to say, as I hand them to her, 100. There's the first one. 200. There's the second 100 there. 3 and then 400. Each of those is worth 100 gold each.
Make a persuasion check.
The first roll of the
Actually, no, make a deception check.
Oh, come on. That's correct, but mean. First roll of the campaign, a deception with a charisma +1. That's a 12. That's not that good.
The fishy creature just, takes the coins and looks at it.
Nice try. No.
Hands them back to you.
Oh, okay. And I take them.
I know that is not correct.
Look, lady, we're just trying to get to...
Scaled Queen is getting impatient.
Well, we're just trying to get to a Stormwreck Isle.
Precisely.
In the meantime, I would like Alfred to circle around the scaled creature. And as he circles around, I'm going to give Alfred the look that I
The
do,
look.
because we have a shared bond.
Can you decide what the look looks like?
Yes. It's a little hair flip and a double eyebrow wiggle.
Nice.
Really not subtle at all. And Alfred's going to fly down at my mental command and start flapping in the face of this creature. And then I would like to knock it off the ship.
What is this feathered
And I'm going to go,
floating thing?
"Oh no! You are being attacked by a seagull! Let me save you!" And then I'm going to kick her off the ship into the water.
Would you attempt to make a strength check on that?
This is silly. Why am I doing this? Strength or athletics?
Athletics with... I'm going to give you advantage because Alfred...
Nat 20! Nat 20
Nice.
plus 1.
Wow. This fish creature is very distracted by this feathered floating thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you... How do you wish to kick
I
her off the
pretend
ship?
by saying, "I'll save you," and I want to grab them and throw them off the ship. And then,
The fish creature is trying to get Alfred off her face, and then it's just wait, no.
Puny land dwellers!
and I turn to the captain and I give
it
him a
splooshes
thumbs
into the water.
up.
Nice.
I say, "I've done it. I've saved us all."
The captain just gives a small round of applause.
I go back to the rail and stare off into the horizon, assuming that I have defeated a swimming creature that already climbed aboard our ship while the ship was moving.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Maybe as you look off into the distance, you see the fish creature in the water shaking its fist at you.
The Scaled Queen will get her revenge.
And it dives down below.
Oh, I thought it was going to come after us.
No, you're too fast.
Hi,
But
Alfred.
the sailors around you cheer.
Oh, okay. I say, "Yes, you're welcome. It is me. My name is Ellen Hobrindel Glissandia."
Everyone just stops cheering.
There's no
and just
sound.
looks at you.
And then Alfred goes, "Oh." He goes, "You're right, Alfred. Of course, my friends, which are now you, can call me Hob."
The captain just nods. Well, thank you, Hob, for that.
Don't mention it.
And he goes back and relieves Jerry of the wheel.
Okay. Alfred lands on my shoulder, and I pet his very overly pudgy belly, because he likes belly pets. He's chuckling.
Keep going.
And he nuzzles my little head. We have a very fond connection from when I saved him once upon a time.
Oh,
Background for later, maybe not.
nice.
I say, good work, Alfred. Oh. And his eyes, I like to think so. I think Alfred is kind of like a dirty barn owl. Like, you can't quite tell if the feathers are that color or if he's covered in some sort of mud layer.
Oh.
He's not very beautiful in that regard. His hair ruff is very, like, big above his eyebrows and forehead.
That's like giant.
Giant. And one eye is squinted all the time, and the other one is really open. And so he's just got this kind of crazy look. But those eyes change. It's not the same eye every time. And
It's just
every
like-
time he says who, he shrugs his little head down like he's hunching his shoulders. And he goes, who? And that's what I imagine.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry.
I like Alfred a lot. Spelled with an owl, by
Yes,
the way.
spelled with an owl.
The storm above seems less threatening now.
Okay.
As
Nice.
it rains also on your hair, by the way. As you sail onwards.
It starts to rain on my hair.
Yeah.
I rush inside and I grab my rain hat,
Oh.
which is like, what is it?
I was almost thinking it would be one of those
Like an
wearable
umbrella?
umbrellas.
I have a custom-made leather wearable umbrella hat cannon. All right, I'm adding that to my inventory. We are good to go.
Nice. All right, with your umbrella hat, you sail onwards towards
Stormwreck Isle.
and adventure.
I assume there will be some adventure.
Probably. That was your first encounter of the.
Was I supposed to fight it?
No.
It's up to me.
Well, you could have fought it.
Okay.
Pushing it off using the attack of a certain quote quote seagull. So, after let's say another day sailing,
Okay.
you finally spot land. The island is now visible off the bow,
Okay.
the front of the ship. The seaweed shimmers in countless brilliant colors below you. The sun has finally broken through the clouds. There's lush green grass and dark basalt rock on the island. It's very cliffy. There's a lot of rocks on the outside, but there is a port on the island's north side. And as the ship rounds the edge,
I like to think as we're approaching, I say, Captain, the marina ahead, as if he, like, needed assistance.
he just stares at you.
And I stand there
like-
feeling good about myself. My background is folk hero, so I like to
Nice.
think he's a little bit vain and silly.
I like it. As you round the corner into the harbor, a large open-air temple comes into view, perched on the cliff high above you. It's a very tall cliff.
Okay.
The ship drops anchor at the mouth of the harbor, and two sailors row you ashore.
I stand on a bench, 1 foot up, one hand on hip, one hand over eyebrows shading my view, stowing my umbrella hat, and I say, Wonderful work, sailors. You're taking me to my destiny. And I stand there.
They give you a weird look, and one says, okay. Good luck on your destiny, I guess.
Alfred lands on that guy's head.
He goes, aye, get off. Bird. As you row in, you spot, actually, make a perception check.
Oh, I will. An 11?
Well, it wasn't that hard to spot.
Good.
You notice a tall statue in front of the temple. Looks to be an old man, surrounded by little songbirds. Maybe Alfred gives a little hoot.
I see it, Alfred. Looks weirdly like my grandfather.
Interesting. A long path winds up the side of the cliff, and there are doorways cut into the rock of the cliff. They look to be a bunch of, not caves necessarily, but more just like rooms.
Okay.
The sailors set you ashore on
Okay.
a rickety dock. Seems to be pretty old.
I say, somebody should really maintain this, I think. And I step very carefully away.
A board sways underneath
Ugh.
you.
Alfred, help. And I just grab his feet. So he provides me with ever so slight lift as he flaps along.
The sailors point you to the base of the path, and the guy that talked to you earlier said, well, good luck on your destiny.
Thank you, kind sir, and good luck on your row back to the vessel. And I flip them a coin, even though that was probably not necessary.
The guy catches it. It's just like, ooh, thank you, sir.
I flip him a gold coin, and then as they're rowing away, I say, what great chauffeurs.
Now your visit to Dragon's Rest has begun.
Wonderful.
Um,
Alfred, we have arrived at destiny. Are you prepared? Ooh, ooh. Ooh, 2 hooves. So up the hill towards the grandfather statue,
yes.
there's a town of some kind?
There is it's like a temple more
Okay.
on the top of the cliff, and then on the cliff along the path there's doorways
The
cut into the
caves,
rock.
Yeah.
There's no really other buildings in sight.
And there's not really another path, right?
Yeah, it's just up the cliff.
Okay.
Or
then
there's a little bit of a beach.
I make my way off the rickety dock. Is there
Nice.
anyone around?
No.
Okay. Then I start walking up the hill.
All right. As you're about to leave the beach and start your climb, you hear a ruckus of splashing and a wet, gurgling moan behind you.
I pull my spear out and I say, Alfred, to sky. And then
The sky.
to sky. And Alfred takes off with a battle cry.
Do you turn around?
Ooh. That was different, of course. And I spin on my heel and point my spear at the moan,
There.
assuming that it was the fish creature here to attack me.
It is not the fish creature.
Okay.
It is. There is a single figure shambling up from the water's edge, and it's got legs, and it doesn't really look like fish, though it does look wet.
Creature of the sea, have you come to attack? Have you come to invade?
It shows no sign of recognition. It's dressed as a sailor.
Oh.
Interestingly,
Is it like covered in seaweed and stuff?
seaweed, gray skin, slightly rotten.
The
smells
skin?
smells horrible.
Oh,
Smells very salty.
all right. I say,
And
Are you okay, friend? Did it just neigh at me? Is this a horse beast? I stick my spear in the sand and I rush over and I start peeling away the seaweed.
that's one way to go about it. It takes a lunge at you.
It takes a lunge at me.
Yeah.
It is a creature of attack. I say, oh no, I don't have my spear.
you dropped your spear. Wow. Yeah, it takes a lunge at you.
What? What is it? As I pulled the seaweed away, was it visible?
It's slightly rotten and seaweed, or
Like the-
seawater drools
Like the
from its
flesh
mouth.
is rotten?
Yeah.
Oh no. I say, Alfred, to ground. Help me.
And it is going to, can you please
Ouch.
roll initiative? As I
Ouch.
got a natural 20 for
Okay.
a 18, I think.
It has a -2 to initiative.
I'm pretty sure.
I got a 14.
Nice. All right. It goes first.
Yikes. I have 12 hit points. I'm excited.
And it is going to try to swipe at you with
Okay.
kind of barnacle hands. Seems to have been under the sea for a long time.
Okay.
Attempts to swipe at you. I'm assuming a 9 does not hit.
Does not hit with my clean, beautiful leather armor.
It stumbles, I think, because you pulled some seaweed off of it, and fails to hit you.
All right.
Now it is your turn. This seemingly almost undead-looking creature goes.
It's hostile, obviously.
Yeah.
Now that I've revealed it.
Blank eyes.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Seaweed.
Disgusting, Alfred. I am going to. Well, I left my spear behind.
Yeah, you did.
So I want my spear back. So I am going to run away towards my spear. And I am going to. I go for like a roll.
Oh, nice.
And I say out loud, dodge roll. That might be a thing I start.
Dodge roll.
I
Nice.
might telegraph my attacks.
It
Oh, I'm
is
totally
going-
going to do that. I'm doing that the rest of the campaign. I'm sorry. He's going to
Alright.
come up with really bad names for his attack rolls and things.
Dodge
like-
roll.
Yeah.
All right. However, since he moved away, rolled
did.
away, this zombie will get a opportunity attack.
I'm
on
ready
you.
for it. Bring it on. Come on.
I'm assuming a non-natural 20 hits.
Ouch. I wasn't ready. But yes, that hits.
You take 3 damage.
Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie. But do I get... He doesn't have Sentinel or anything, so I get
Nope.
to keep moving?
Yep.
I dodge away. I go, ow! And then I do a cool dodge roll, grab my spear, spin it ridiculously around my head, around my back, and then poke it towards the creature. And I say, let's rumble.
I like it. Yes, it is your turn.
I rush back forward, and I'm going to take an attack with my spear. A 19 to hit.
Oh, that does hit.
That does hit. Then I will roll two-handing the spear, so I get a D8. Max damage plus 1 is 9 damage.
Nice.
9
All right.
damage to this thing.
You stab it, and it just looks down at the spear and goes, oh. And it's still alive.
So, I have read that owls technically have a flyby ability,
Oh.
so he would not provoke opportunity attacks. Is that acceptable?
That is acceptable.
Okay. That being said, he only is ever going to do 1 damage to a target.
That's great.
Okay. He has a fly speed of 60 feet.
Ooh.
I say, Alfred, attack! And Alfred flies like you don't see Alfred at first from the view of the zombie.
Yeah.
And I have my spear pointed at the zombie. I just stabbed it. From over my shoulder, Alfred, way cooler than he is normally looks, peeks up over, and his like crazy eyes in this moment kind of look threatening.
Ooh.
And his eyebrow ruff is sparked downward and angry V-shaped. And he flies right over my shoulder. My hair bristles from the breeze of the feathers. And he does a quick talon attack. Talons forward. Slashes at the thing.
Ooh.
And then flies away.
The
I will try to hit. Does a... Well, I guess does a 12 hit?
it does actually.
Okay. So barely hits. So 1 talon
1
damage.
damage. Nice.
But then Alfred flies away. Because
Zombie looks very confused at the new cut on its shoulder. just, where did that come from? It is now the zombie's turn yet again. Are you right next to it?
Yeah, well, yeah. I rushed forward to attack with my spear.
It goes moo, and
Wonderful.
Attempts to swipe at you again. Does a 9?
The curse of the DM.
Yeah, 9
No,
doesn't
9
hit.
does not.
All
hit.
right. It stumbles again, and it's looking fine.
Fine,
It looks like you heard it,
but it doesn't.
but it
notice.
doesn't look like it's acknowledging it.
I would like to once again roll for my spear attack. A 15.
That does hit.
Nice. And 5 damage.
Woohoo! Nice. All right.
I think I spin it above my head, and then I go for a stab attack into like its shoulder. Kwacha!
The spear sinks in, and it seems to know it's there, but doesn't seem to be
I say, Alfred,
annoyed by it.
this thing, it's immune to pain and suffering.
Moo.
As Alfred goes, ooh.
It's starting to look a little hurt.
Alfred, I can see its weakness. Physical pain, or physical attacks. Talons, go. And Alfred again comes from the side. He's going to make an attack. A 15. The hit.
Yes.
For 1 damage. And Alfred
All right.
again flies away.
Yeah. I like to think that it actually hasn't noticed Alfred yet.
Alfred's too fast.
Yeah.
Ha-ha, I say.
The zombie's turn yet again. It lunges toward you. This is its only attack. It lunges toward you and tries to take a swipe with its barnacled fingers. A natural 1. For a 4.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. It stumbles. I'm actually going to say that it stumbles into your spear because that was amazing. And takes 1 damage.
Just standing there in my little my little ready fight pose, you know, like I'm a weird fight game character, and I'm sitting there, and then it just falls against my spear, and I'm almost like, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I guess I wanted to do that, but anyway,
it like comes back off the spear, and it just like moo. It's dripping with seawater.
Gross.
And it's very
smells
wet.
like low tide and
Yeah,
stuff
it
too.
smells like low tide.
Ugh, disgusting.
The zombie, it looks slightly offended by that.
Well, it should take more offense to this, and I would like to wipe my spear off in the sand, set it next to me, pull out my blowgun,
Ooh.
which is just this innately carved wooden tube, because I am a woodworker with my wood carver's
Do you think you
tube.
made it yourself?
Absolutely. And
Nice.
it's so overly done. It's decorated. It has carvings of Alfred in flight on the edges of it. And I pull out a wooden tipped dart arrow that I have also made myself. And the feathers you will see on the sides of it are from Alfred.
Oh.
And so I
So they're
stick this
slightly
into
dirty.
the what I like to call the beak. I call the
Nice.
blowgun the beak. And I say, beak attack. And then I shoot this blowgun at this zombie creature. For a 12 to hit.
Ooh, yes, that does hit.
And it does 3 damage.
All right. It looks very hurt, but it is still
Still,
unalive.
I say, Alfred, finish this thing off.
Nice.
And Alfred flies in for a 23 to hit.
Yes.
1 damage.
All right. It looks almost.
Oh, come on, Alfred. All right.
It's not quite.
I grab my spear once more, pocket the beak into my belt.
I like it. The zombie, like, it's now cut up. Not bleeding, just cut up. And it lunges at you again.
Oh, no.
Moo!
Can it hit me is the question.
Probably not. Another natural one.
Oh, my goodness.
It,
Wait, kill itself.
actually, it does stumble into your spear.
I hold my spear out.
But wait,
Okay.
it does stumble into your spear.
Okay.
But you notice that as it stumbles into your spear again, you think that should have. It just pulls itself off the spear again and goes moo.
Alfred, I don't know how to quite defeat this thing. The only thing I know is spear attack. And I spin it around my head again. It's my turn, I assume.
Yes, it is.
A 14.
Yes,
hits?
that hits
Oh, come on. 3 damage.
again.
Come
It-
on, thing.
Uh,
Does it have that, like, resilience thing?
yeah, it. You stab it in the shoulder, and it just.
I'm starting to get a little
Ugh.
bit, like, worried because I can't defeat this thing. I say, Alfred, you must finish it this time with your talon attack. 12. 1 damage. Come on, Alfred.
Nope.
Is thing still going?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I'm starting to like panic a little bit. I flip my hair behind my head and I say, Alfred, what do we do? This thing, it's invincible.
I also really like that you haven't moved at all.
Haven't moved? No, I'm a melee character. I'm going to start pushing this thing back towards the water with
All right.
spear attacks.
All right.
And I'm going to thrust forward with my attack. I'm going to... Actually, can I do a somersault first?
Sure.
I do a somersault and come from an upper angle. Try something new. 18.
Yes.
2 damage.
Nope.
Oh my god.
But it does stumble back.
It stumbles backwards. I send Alfred for it again. This thing is crazy. It's starting to worry me. It smells awful. I'm worried it's going to get on my hair or my skin. A 14, so an 18 for Alfred. Another 1 damage. Come on, Alfred.
Close, but no.
This is terrible. This is my worst nightmare. Is it the thing's turn? I guess then.
It is the thing's turn.
My goodness.
And it
It lunges back.
it lunges forward and takes a swipe at you again. With a natural 20
Ouch! This is gonna hurt.
for
Bring it on. I'm ready. I'll roll a new character.
Well,
Did I go down?
it's 13 damage.
I am knocked out.
Okay, but you don't die because as
my
you
goodness.
get knocked out
All right, I've. This is amazing. All right,
in your first
in my
battle.
first combat.
Sorry, I even did less zombies than I called for. So,
Well, clearly I haven't rolled on the success of killing it yet.
as it swipes at you,
And I go, oh no!
and how do you fall gracefully?
I think so. I think it's almost like it goes into slow-mo, even though it's not. And I'm like, ugh! And I clutch my chest at the salty wound, and I say, avenge me, Alfred. That's what I do.
Nice. And you black out.
And Alfred goes, ooh. Wait,
What?
could Alfred have get an attack?
Technically, yes.
He got a nat 20, which
All
is
right.
2 damage.
I am actually going to give Alfred this. Do you think with vengeance?
I won't see it, but as I black out, I tell Alfred, avenge me.
I think I'm going to give Alfred this because that was rad.
With his nat 20.
Yeah, and so Alfred swoops down and just starts clawing at the face of this zombie as you black out. And you wake up. Some time has passed.
Okay.
And
Where am I? The zombie.
you wake up to a face over you, and you are in a bed. It's a lady, and she's old, has white hair tied in braids, and she goes, "Well, hello there, traveler. You
Oh.
seemed to have met our little problem."
Little problem. I would say so. I did. It attacked me. It stabbed me in the chest. I died. Did I die? Have I died? What a story that will make.
You're not dead. You're just...
Wait, where's Alfred?
She,
He's
looks
my
confused.
owl.
Oh, yes, well, he actually defeated the zombie. I came down, but, well, he's over there. And she points to Alfred, who is sitting on the post of the bed and is staring at you really
Those
hard
crazy eyes.
with one of his eyes
I
squinted.
say, and I reach forward like I'm going to touch his face, and then I just give him a thumbs up. I say, well done, Alfred. I knew you had it in you.
All right. She pulls you up and says, I am Runara.
Runara, thank you for whatever it is you did.
I simply came down at the correct time. You are a visitor to Dragon's Rest, yes?
I just arrived on a beautiful ship journey. I've met a crazy fish person along the way and battled a zombie. A true adventure, I think, has begun. With me, of course, its main character. I sit up as best as I can. Do I have any health?
All right, your chest is bandaged.
Okay.
She looks like Runara, the old woman, looks like she's about to say something when suddenly a voice pipes up from the doorway. You realize you're in a rock room, and the voice goes, "Hey, he's awake! Guys, come in! Look, the guy's awake!" And suddenly,
I sit up as high as I can, feeling that my audience has come, whether or
Yeah.
not that's true.
suddenly, 9 kobolds,
9
yes,
kobolds.
come into the room. They're all dressed in white robes, and
I grab Runara and put her behind me. And I say, don't worry, madam. I'll protect you.
she just looks at you and steps out from behind you and says, "Now
And I grab my
everyone,
chest going, oh.
let's give him some." And everybody in the room suddenly pipes up with so many questions. "Who are you? Where'd you come from?
Oh, what's he doing? Oh, ooh. I have a question.
And another one comes up right next to you and says,
What's your name?
I look over at Runara and give her kind of a
She's-
questioning eyebrow.
She's just like looking down at all the kobolds. She's so much taller than everyone, and she just like looks down and then says, "Well, I'll leave you for a second. I have
Wait.
something to attend to." And she leaves.
All right. I turn to the kobolds. They seem, of course, to be pleasant.
They are pleasant.
They're
They are
pleasant?
not hostile.
All
They are
right.
just very
As
interested
soon as
in
I
you.
start realizing that they are asking me these questions, I sort of stand up a little bit. I give Alfred the clicks of "come here," and Alfred lands on my shoulder. Do they react?
They all gasp as one.
I
and
start
go-
to feel. I start to feel emboldened.
Feathers.
Right. I, of course, am Hero Ellen Hobrandel Glissandia, and this is my owl, Alfred, Slayer of Zombies.
They all like, ooh.
Ooh, where'd you come from? What you doing here?
Mm.
Quick, please, one at a time.
Wait. What's that?
And it points to your blowgun in your belt.
Oh, I carved this myself. This is a weapon using these, and I pull out a dart.
And they'll lean back. And another one pipes up. This one has leather straps that have vials in it. And she goes,
Ooh, another maker of things.
Yes, I make things. Yes, I'm sorry. Who are all of you people, and why?
I have to find the list of names. Hang on.
Oh goodness.
9 names. All right. So the one next to you, it says,
I'm Aga.
another one that pointed at your blowgun says,
Blep.
and they introduce themselves in turn. Frub, Kilnip, Laylee, Mumpo. The one that said another maker of things that has bottles is Mila, Rix, and Zark.
Wow.
Yes. Can you please make a perception check as well?
Oh boy. Base 15. I think it was a +1. Yes. +3. 18.
All right. You see another kobold coming into the doorway. That's
Okay.
attempting to push his way through the crowd. He is different. You can immediately tell. He's slightly taller and clad in leather armor. He's attempting to push his way through the crowd and failing. However, the other kobolds soon pipe up with,
Why'd you come here?
I came to seek my destiny. Specifically.
they all like look at each other and just like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, like all the other people.
Yeah, no. I heard that the Stormwreck Isle supposedly helps you seek your destiny. So that's why I'm here. I was looking at my backstory. It just says, head to Dragon's Rest on Stormwreck Isle to seek his destiny. So
Just-
there you
you're
go.
just
There you have
seeking
it.
your destiny.
I'm just,
generic.
whatever it may be, I am gonna find it.
All right. Another one pipes up and says, "Oh yeah, Runara's pretty great at that. She helps lots of people. Are you hungry?"
I'm famished. I'm starving.
Leather armored kobold finally comes through the crowd and says,
You. Who are you? I wasn't here before.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
You're
of
new.
course. I am new. My name is. You may call me Hob. Hob is my name, and this is my life-feathered friend Alfred.
The kobold reaches up and shakes claws with Alfred.
Oh, as Alfred reaches a talon
Yes.
forward and shakes claws,
They shake claws.
and Alfred gives him the eye swap to the other squinty eye, which of course is a greeting.
Nice. The kobold says,
Well, I'm Yarg.
Yarg!
Nice to meet you. I'm also new here.
Oh, and what are you doing here, Yarg?
Same as you, I guess. Seeking answers.
Wait, a fellow destiny seeker?
Yeah.
wait,
What's destiny again?
I kneel down to Yarg's level, and I say,
he's like 3 feet tall.
he says, what's destiny again? And I look at him and I say, that's for someone else to know and us to find out.
I like you.
At that moment, Runara comes back in
I stand up again.
and says, "I see you've met our other recent visitor, Yarg." And he goes, "The brave." Runara, remember, the brave. Yarg, the brave. She goes, "Right. Well," and she ushers everyone else out. what are you come here to?
Myself?
Yes.
Oh boy, shall I tell you my entire backstory or an abridged version? It's sort of
I'd-
up to you.
Well, abridged version?
Ah, the abridged version. And I sit down on a chair. I look out of the doorway and I let the sea breeze slowly, softly blow my
it
hair.
fluffles your hair.
Thank you.
And Alfred's feathers.
And Alfred's
Majestically.
staring and looking. He says, "Well, it all started years ago. I was a simple wood elf living in a simple village, a simple life. But my family were wanderers a bit, and we lived in and around Mount Hotanau. Now, as many people know, Mount Hotanau,
Yes, it
unfortunately,
erupted.
erupted, yes. And my village was destroyed, and so we became vagabonds, travelers. I myself loved it. I would find work wherever I needed, I tended fields, I would build houses, lending hands to those in need.
Ah,
But one day, I rescued a stranded goat from a burning barn, and I realized that I had a talent for more than just construction or wood carving, but
Ah.
adventure. Adventure.
ah. So that is why you've come here,
Well, that's the beginning of it.
right? She is, well,
And one day, I met. I cut her off completely. I had begun traveling. I continue my monologue.
all right.
I found a job board posting different adventures, naturally. I was intrigued.
That is the general function of job boards, yes.
But someone had posted of an animal stuck in their chimney. And I thought, why not? A little bit of climbing, a little bit of daring do. I could save this animal. I went there, but it appeared that my status as a helper in the area had come to light. And when I found the animal stuck, it was, of course, Alfred, my friend here, my partner.
She looks at Alfred. Alfred looks at her.
Oh.
And she goes, "Well, hello, Alfred."
But it was a trap, if you can believe it. They had stuck poor Alfred in the chimney to bait me specifically. Do you know how honored I felt? Someone wanted to kill me.
And you were honored?
Of course. My renown had grown. So
Interesting.
Alfred and I defeated goblins as they attacked. We made our way out, and now we battle side by side, seeking our, and I look really hard off into the horizon, saying, destiny.
Ah,
Ooh.
well, welcome to Dragon's Rest. May Bahamut's guidance lead you to whatever you seek. Perhaps some time spent here will help that destiny manifest. And she says, lunch is in an hour, if you would be so inclined. This will become your room for as long as you wish to stay here. I would thank you for defeating that zombie. We've had more creatures than usual. So thank you for that service.
I look at my wounds and look at Alfred and I say, you're welcome.
Well, yes, I have. Please make yourself at home. We offer food and lodging for if you wish to stay here. And good luck. She goes out of the room, and apparently all of the kobolds had been listening in because she startles.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, yes, lunch is in an hour. Please try to give him some space." And as she leaves, all of them rush back in
Oh,
again.
goodness.
And continue to ask you questions.
Boy. All right.
You can ask them to stop if you wish to.
I would like to leave.
You would like to leave.
Yeah, I say, Yarg, Alfred, if we have an hour, then we have an hour to adventure.
Yarg follows you out.
All right.
The other kobolds do not.
I shove past him. I say, thank you, thank you. I must seek, as I look up the hill, the grandfather statue.
Yarg pipes up from behind you.
Oh yeah, that's the dragon guy. I forget his name. Starts with a B.
So it's a dragon man statue?
Well, no, he actually looks like a normal man,
okay,
but
okay. Is it Brian? Brian was my grandfather.
well, no, not Brian.
His whole name, of course, was Brian Hobrandel. Glysandia.
So, wait. What's your full name?
Alan Hobbernell. Glysandia. And you are Yarg.
Yarg the Brave. Yes,
Yarg the Brave.
have...
Of the Braves family?
No, just, I am brave. But my other family, well,
The less. Oh, well. Good for you, Yarg. Getting out in the world. Making a name for yourself.
yes,
Let us go seek the Brian statue.
He shakes your hand
Oh, okay. I shake his hand.
and says,
forward to, what's his name?
and he runs off ahead of you
Okay.
up the cliff.
I look at Kobold running. I stand there for a moment with Alfred on my hip, and I say, well, Alfred, good work down there on the beach. Hopefully my training will begin, and we may continue to succeed in our adventures. To Brian. And I wander up
Goes,
the hill.
Ooh. And, yes, your visit to Dragon's Rest begins. Assaulted by kobolds, rescued from zombies, and on to visit the Brian statue.
Wonderful.
That is where we are going to end this episode.
Beautiful. I died.
Yeah, you died
I went
in your
unconscious.
first combat.
First combat.
However, Yarg may become an ally. Who knows?
Wonderful.
He seems to like you.
All right.
sort of.
I like anyone who adds the brave to their name.
Yeah.
You know.
He also calls back to you.
Aye, Ellie Hopperdale. Come on.
Ellie Hopperdale.
Yes.
I say, what? Oh, okay. And I jog after him.
All right, Ellie Hopperdale, your first
Yay!
foray into being a player on the podcast.
I'm excited. Wow, good job.
Thank
that was
you.
fun. Yarg was your addition and the kobolds and stuff?
Yes.
Nice. Love it. Did you name all them?
No, that is part of it. However, that is a lot of names to read. They all have their individual personalities too.
Wow. I hope I don't have to talk to all of them individually.
I probably won't make you talk to all of them
All right.
since I can't remember any of them.
Wow, that was awesome. So we get to. So next time I'm going to explore more of Stormmark Isle.
And see the Brian statue.
The Brian statue, my grandfather. Oh man!
All right.
All right, that was wonderful. Couple things I wanted to point out was the question that we got that I wanted to do on the podcast because I think it's funny. We got a couple not really like question and answer questions, but just personal questions towards Kia that were really funny, and one of them was great. So obviously Kia was last campaign.
Yes.
You were a ranger,
I was a ranger.
and somebody
And,
somebody messaged us and said, "Is there a reason that the daughter never uses hunter's mark?"
And I said, no, I just forgot it.
So we had a good chuckle about that. And then what was the other question we got?
The other one was about if Brandor...
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
We had a little like another epilogue thing where we thought that we'd go... Or
In our
you'd go
previous
back.
campaign, Brandor the Vibe Taker existed.
Yep.
And in Vibe Town.
A beholder that stole vibes.
Yes.
Yes. And when we left them, he was forming an alliance with the Flumps, and they were going to create Vibe Town, and he was going to become mayor.
Mayor of Vibe Town. Well, actually, Flibbit was going to become mayor
Flibbit
of
was.
Vibe Town. But Flibbit abdicated because he didn't want the responsibility and
That's
gave it to
true.
Brandor.
That's true. And so we thought that Kia and Flibbit would return, give them the option of
Going back to their...
going to the
realm.
portal, going back, but that Brandor himself would stay behind
Yes.
and become mayor.
And become mayor of Vibe Town.
And become a happy beholder.
Do you think he changes his name instead of the Vibe Taker?
The vibe
Giver?
giver? The
Vibe giver.
Yeah, I like it. Brandor the vibe giver.
Nice.
Love it. All right. I think that's everything. Thank you so much for your listening and comments and questions. Thank you to the daughter for starting the campaign too.
Thank you for the dad for being a ridiculous elven fighter.
Of course. Anytime. And we will leave it there. So thank you all. And we will see you next week.
On Dadventurous.
Adventurous.